Hello, boys and girls. Today we are going to begin our new book, The Chalkbox Kid. We're going to read chapter 1, and we're going to do a little bit of work with it. If you would find in your black folders, you should have a work packet that looks like this. And my plan for as we're reading through chapter 1 is for us to work together on the vocabulary piece that's on the front or the first page. If we take a look at chapter 1 titled The Room, there are 3 vocabulary words: moving, birthday, strike. Then there's a line for a 4th one. The first 3, I will have you, as we're reading, I will have you stop the video and I'll have you look the word up in the dictionary and write down the definition. Now, some of the words maybe have more than one meaning, so you're going to have to kind of listen to how the word is being used in the sentence, read the different definitions from the dictionary, and then write down what definition you feel is the version of the word that's being used. Then, number 4, that is for you. All of you can pick out one word from the chapter that maybe you're not all that familiar with. And with that, I would like you to write that word down and then write the definition. Okay? So we'll be doing vocab 1, 2, and 3 together. Number 4 is where you find your word that you are not that familiar with. Then, after we flip the page over, for you I have 2 comprehension questions. Number 1 reads, why does Gregory think it's his worst birthday? And number 2, what does Gregory get for his birthday that he's always wanted? Remember, when you're answering comprehension questions, you need to make sure you're using full, complete sentences. Remember to start with a capital letter, end with punctuation, and make sure you're starting the answer with part of the question. That will help you form a full, complete thought. Then, down at the very bottom, after the 2 comprehension questions, there are a couple of lines here where I would like you to look back through chapter 1 and just pick out some different verbs. Pick out some different nouns. There are 4 lines, so I'm only asking you to find 4 verbs and 4 nouns from this chapter. A verb is a word. It's an action. Noun is a word that is a person, place, or a thing. So those will maybe help you as you're going back into the chapter looking for your nouns and verbs. What I'd like you to do is please grab your book, open it up, and I will go ahead and read. I would just like you to follow along with me. We're going to start on page 5, chapter 1. It's titled The Room. Gregory heard the clock strike. It was an hour till midnight. His birthday would soon be over. I'm going to stop. I'm going to have you pause the video here and go ahead and find the word birthday and write the definition down. He went to the door and looked out into the street. "Shut the door," said Aunt Grace. "I thought I heard the car," he said. "Gregory," said his aunt, "the cold air is coming in." He shut the door. He went back and sat by her on the sofa. His tablet and paints and brushes were out on the table, but he didn't feel like painting. He sat there and tried to watch television with Aunt Grace. It had been a long day. So far, it was his very worst birthday. He had wanted to go with Mother and Daddy. They were moving to another house, and he hadn't even seen it yet. Pause the video and find the definition for moving. "If you go with us, you'll just get tired," Mother had said. "I want you to stay with Aunt Grace." He had thought she didn't remember what day it was. He had told her, "I'm 9 years old today." "I know," she had said, "and I'm very sorry we can't have a cake or a party. There's just no time. We have to finish moving." But he kept thinking there would be something for his birthday. He went to the door again. This time the car was there. Mother was getting out. She came up to the door. She had on old clothes and she looked tired. "Hello, Grace," she said. "Thank you for keeping Gregory. Are you ready, Gregory?" He picked up his tablet and his paints and brushes, and he was ready. They went out to the car. She sat up front with Daddy. Gregory got into the back. They drove across the city. Gregory went to sleep. When he woke up, they had stopped under a streetlight. The light had shone on a house. "Is this it?" he asked. "This is it," said Daddy. Daddy had lost his job at the factory. Now he had a different job. That was why they had had to move. The house was small and it needed paint. It looked as if it had grown out of the sidewalk. There was no yard at all. They went inside. Gregory saw boxes and papers. He saw bare walls. "You'd better get to bed," said Mother. "Where?" he asked. She showed him a room. His bed was in it. His chair and table were in it too. He asked, Is it mine?" "Do you like it?" she asked. "Oh, yes," he said. "It used to be a porch," she told him. "We had a wall put in, and the window." So there was something for his birthday. There was something better than a cake or a party. "Go to bed now," said Mother. She went out and left him there. He had sat on the bed and looked at the room. It was not very wide, but it was long. It was a big room for such a little house. He looked at the floor and the walls and the ceiling. He looked into every corner. This was what he had always wanted, a room of his own. He heard a clock strike. That's the other vocabulary word, so I'll finish up the chapter and then you can go ahead and find strike. His birthday was over, and it was the best birthday he had ever had. Okay, go ahead and you can find the word strike, find that definition, and then you can find a word from the chapter that maybe you want to look up, and then you can go ahead with the comprehension questions and the nouns and the verbs. I will be available later on. If you have any questions, feel free to call in and you can ask or send me an email. Thank you. Have a good day.